Hello, thank you for watching my channel today. My name is Sarah and my channel is called Your True Shelf. And today I'm not actually going to talk really about books. I've been thinking about other things that I could talk about on this channel as well as books. So whilst books are my big passion in life and they'll always be kind of the main focus of this channel, I'm also really interested in wellness, and I don't think that wellness is massively featured so far on the channel, which was one of my main aims of setting it up. I've been having a few different ideas about things that I could do to expand the content of my channel, and I don't really know, apart from the people who comment regularly on the channel, which I really appreciate, and I love reading your comments. I don't know who the main audience is, so I don't know whether this is things that would appeal to the people who watch already, or maybe not, and then maybe I would attract some new audience members as well. So that will just, I guess I'll be able to tell that with time. But so one of the things that I thought about doing was to read a book about how we could improve our own health and well-being each month. And I don't want these books to be books that are dry, so they're not going to be academic books at all. So I did a wellbeing TBR like right at the beginning of when I started this channel, and I thought if I aimed to read one of those books a month, then I could did this book manage to change my life in a meaningful way? Did I manage to incorporate the things that the book was about and, you know, use them in my daily life? So I think that's one of the key things. If you're going to read one of those books, you're aiming to do it to change something and to benefit you in some way. I also thought that I might try out some different product that could be to do with well-being, or to do with like relaxation and de-stressing, and see how these could impact on life again. I've been loving some podcasts recently, so that are a bit about the same kind of thing. One is Fern Cotton's podcast called Happy Place, where she has really helped me through a difficult time recently. Obviously not personally helped me, but listening to her podcast and how she's talked about sort of mental health and struggles that she's had, and talked to guests about things that make them happy and how it's helped them, has kind of really focused me again onto this area, and one of the things that I really want to talk about in the channel. And the other podcast is Control Alt Delete by Emma Gannon. Since I discovered Emma's podcast, I've just been really blown away by, she interviews, don't know if it's solely women, but I've heard just women so far, about their careers and how social media has impacted on their careers. And it's a really inspiring podcast about how people have kind of grown their businesses and their careers, and that's kind of made me think as well about the ways that I wanted to try and grow and expand, to try and get the most out of doing this that I can. And I don't mean financially the most, I mean like in terms of enjoyment for myself and for the people who watch. The other thing that I thought about was stuff to do with being a mum. So my life has changed massively, obviously, since I've been a mum, and I know that a lot of I think virtually all the people, apart from Tired Mama Tries to Read, then all of the other people who I subscribe to, I don't think have children. So I really like hearing from other people who do have children, just because we have to juggle like being a parent with work and with our hobbies and our interests, and getting enough time for ourselves as well as giving our time to our children. And so I'd kind of like to talk about that a bit more. And another podcast which has kind of inspired me in this way is Giovanna Fletcher's podcast, Happy Mum, Happy Baby, where she interviews a different celebrity mum each episode, and they talk really honestly about what it's like being a mum. And that's also kind of made me think how, if I'd had that podcast when I was a new mum, I think I would have found it enormously helpful, just to realise that the things you're going through are really normal. So I kind of thought maybe I could talk a little bit about different struggles you face as a parent, or work and parenting, or just general things that I've learned as I've gone through this journey so far with my two children. Just to sum up, so one is the sort of tried and tested stuff, where I could review any products to do with wellbeing or books to do with wellbeing, sharing any kind of inspirations that I've found along the way in a practical way, and also maybe talk about motherhood and how that's been for me, And then the final thing I thought was talking about veganism and vegan food, because I love cooking. Anyone who follows me on Instagram will know that I post a lot of food pictures. I'm massively into cooking. I've got a vegan Victoria sponge in the oven as we speak, which I am looking forward to trying later. And don't know if it would be helpful for people who are thinking about becoming plant-based or who already are plant-based, just share like maybe like what I eat in a day, or like some cooking or that kind of thing. So yeah, so they're my ideas. I'd really love if you could comment on this video just to tell me what you think. If you think that you'd rather just watch bookish stuff, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, that's not going anywhere. But I'd really like to get some feedback especially from the people who don't normally comment. Well, not especially from them, including them. I love the people who already do comment. It would just be really nice, so I know kind of what direction to take things in. And I'm going to stop waffling on now. So I hope you're having a lovely day. I will post a picture of my Victoria sandwich cake later on my Instagram, which is also Your True Shelf. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. Bye.